Okay. We're just gonna get right into it. Happy 32 days. All right. None of this ever matters, the aesthetic, but it's always so strange for me to see the same bald commoner every single time a run happens. So might as well have fun with it each time. Silver Fox, dude? Yeah, I'll take that for sure. Okay. So what went wrong last time is I did not have the brain cells to deal with Nito towards the end of the run. And also what went wrong last time is some playlist complications. So hopefully this'll be fine. I got permission from this guy to use his mix, and I have a plugin to make it so that for when this thing is recorded and uploaded, like for the VOD, this music won't be here for the recording, but it'll be here for the live performance, so we'll see how it goes. I'm also going to try to explain things that I'm doing as I'm doing them, just because I feel like I take for granted a lot of the stuff that, what's the word? That is just known in Souls games and stuff like that. And I just kind of ran through it without even really talking about much of it at all. So I'm going to do my best to try to be accommodating about that. All right, fuck it. Just got to start. And this should just start on its own. I hope it did. Excellent. Okay. So first things first. This is very basic stuff, but this is going to be applicable through the whole run. Is that little green bar in the top left is my stamina. If it runs all the way out, I can't run anymore. So something that I'm going to be doing throughout the entire thing is trying to manage not letting that bar run out to the bottom. Because if it runs out all the way to the bottom, then I have to wait for it to refill back up before I can run again. So it's just going to be managing it so I'm running as often as possible. The reason I took off my clothes during walking up that, or going up the ladder, is equip load stuff. So there's a certain weight that every piece of armor has to it, and it affects your stamina regen and how fast you can move. So typically in those phases where you're going up a ladder, or going on an elevator, or going on any sort of thing where you don't really have control over how fast you're going, then that's the time to be equipping and unequipping things. Like right there, through that fog door, putting on all my my shield and my axe or whatever. Just trying to be efficient with that shit. Music is loud as fuck. We can't hear you, but it does bang. That's really good to know. All right. We'll start over then. Ah, it sure was loud as fuck. I tested this beforehand. Can we, am I audible right now? I tested it beforehand and it wasn't supposed to be that loud. That's better. Thanks, Ross. I appreciate tuning in, and the immediate feedback, fucking before the run even actually fucking started. So that's perfect. Would you stop? Why is this not stopping? All right, there we go. All right. BGH run 1. Appreciate it, thought process. Thank you for the follow. You're taking the Eris time slot, bro. I'll be in and out between yeah. No worries, bro. It's just gonna be a one and done run. This is gonna be easy as fuck. Not a big deal. Perfect. All right. let's start that shit over. Alright, so if you guys couldn't hear me, then what I was saying was that I got permission from this guy to use his fucking mix. And I have this plugin to make it so that it doesn't appear on the VOD afterwards. It'll only be playing for the live performance right now. And we'll learn sooner rather than later if it's going to be a problem or DMCA'd or whatever the hell, but it doesn't matter. Alright. So I guess I'll just start over what I was saying. I just fixed the colossal issue before alpha because I have the third fattest dick in the game industry. I knew you're able. You're able to do whatever you want to do, man. And that includes fixing colossal issues before fucking really clutch times. Speaking of clutch times, that's gonna be nothing but what this run is. Clutch times. Perfect segue. So I'm gonna be trying to explain things that I take for granted. That is just like common knowledge in fucking Souls games, but I kind of didn't really even talk about it or acknowledge it for the previous stream, and I'm gonna try and do a better job just explaining everything that I'm doing and why. So like for example, these moments where I'm climbing up a ladder or going down an elevator or something like that, those are times where I could be doing stuff with my inventory and making sure that I'm not really wasting any time in the pause menu while I am able to move. The reason I took off my clothes just there is because everything has a set equip load to it, and it affects my stamina regen and my movement speed and all that shit. So generally towards the beginning you want to take off a lot of your clothes just to be sure you're moving as fast as possible. And the stamina I mentioned, obviously simple stuff, top left bar, green bar. If I let it get to the very bottom, it's going to take longer to refill than if I let it just finish just before it hits the bottom and then let it refill on its own. That's going to be something that is basically done throughout the entire run. Are you sure it's not to flirt with the monsters? I mean, that has an effect, but only if I pick a, you know, yeah, it's okay, it's okay. It doesn't have any bearing on this run. But, you know, definitely not a strat that I need to overlook. Simple stuff, these guys are just going to get in my fucking way. But I am going to need to basically be getting enough souls to buy stuff later, so we need to kill those two guys either way. This is the first boss, which is kind of a joke. Basically, if I just mash at this point, we should just be... I'll take that trade, that's okay. We killed him fast enough. Good job, everybody, that was the first boss. Not a big deal at all. We did it. And every time I try to split, so every time I try to, you know, split how much time each section takes is going to be typically during load screens like that, or cutscenes, just so I'm not preoccupied doing two things at once. Okay. So this is the standard way usually people go in like a casual playthrough. That's hilarious. But we are just gonna zip past everybody. Luckily, some guy just killed himself by falling off the edge. I don't think that always happens, but it is a nice little bonus to just get those extra souls as cushion. Did taking that firebomb give me a speed boost? Of course it did. Are you kidding me? Why would I have done it otherwise? I only do things on purpose. No, absolutely not. That was a total mistake. You can actually roll through that that dragon foot landing. He rumbles when he lands on the ground, but if you time it just right, he'll you just will completely negate that little stumble animation. All right, so what we're doing here is we are buying arrows, a bow, and the club from this fool. The bandit class is really, really good. That's the class I'm using right now because it starts with these items, which is like a really strong axe and a really strong shield that takes that defends a lot from physical damage. But we're basically not going to use it for much longer than the first boss. As soon as we beat the first boss, we'll have enough souls, which you can see in the bottom right, to upgrade the club, which is going to just be something that does a lot more damage and scales better than the axe at this point in the game. Okay. I don't trust myself to jump over this correctly, so I'm healing. Cool. Not bad. And then this is a door you're typically not supposed to be able to go into unless you take the master key. Typically, people who have played this game more than once will more or less always take the master key. It's just really fucking good. But it makes it even... Oh! That was not supposed to happen, but it worked out just fine. It makes a lot of doors open earlier than they're intended to be, which makes it much easier for certain runs like this. So that item was just something that you can pop to get more souls. So normally you kill enemies to get souls, but that is something that you can just manually do. And I'm going to be taking that into account because let me think here. There's basically it's not really going to matter too much yet how many souls I have at a certain point. Ooh, okay. This guy, hold on. This guy is gonna ruin everything. Oh my god, please. Yeah, okay, that worked out just fine. We're gonna need a certain amount of souls to upgrade and level ourselves up for a weapon later on in the game. That is basically what we're gonna be using after the club. And so, that little large soul that I picked up is more or less just a little insurance to make sure we're at that point earlier. Now this guy around the corner, the Twinkle Bug. This guy's integral for upgrading the weapon I'm going to be using at the end of the game with those twinkling Titanite shards. That's how we upgrade the legendary weapon, the Blacksmith Giant Hammer. And we're going to need 10 of those, and those are 2 just there. So essentially, I just saved 16,000 souls by getting that guy right now, because we're going to have to buy them later for 8,000 pop. I'm basically an investment genius, is what I'm trying to say. Financial genius. Yeah, enough said, bro. Alright. This guy's never hit me before, but I'm counting the days until he does. I'm literally blessed every time that he misses me, but I'm not putting it past this fucking game. Alright. Bonfires, standard stuff. These are just basically checkpoints where you die, you come back to them, refill all your life. Yada yada yada. Y'all know this shit. Unless you don't, but now you do. Okay. All right, so this guy, oh, that worked out. All right, so not gonna worry about that. I totally need to reconsider if I should have the. I have my jump button mapped to some. Come on, bro. That is such horse shit. That worked out immediately, gets stabbed. Yeah, absolutely. I gotta have a less itchy thumb, if you will. Itchy trigger finger. I have it mapped so that my jump is on clicking the left stick, and I just accidentally did it twice in that sequence where I just meant to hold up my shield. Whatever. Not gonna worry about that. The amount of time lost for just running to that part again from this bonfire is so negligible, it doesn't even matter. The big time saves are going to be later in the run either way. This is one boss halfway through. Ornstein and Smo, probably the trickiest part of the run. Last time I probably died like 5 times to that boss. Oh, okay. Yeah, see, that worked out just fine. All right, and we're gonna block this guy. I don't know why, but blocking, oh my goodness. All right, that's okay. Not even anything to be worried about, dude. What are you guys talking about? All right. All right, I'm gonna just pop a humanity right now. Humanities just fully restore all your health. And we picked this up earlier. Gold pine resin basically enchants your weapon with lightning damage, which is exactly what this first boss is weak to. If this guy would stop being a clown and jumping around, that'd be super sweet. Oh, nice. Oh my god, I got so lucky on that last swing. That's not a big deal. Yeah, okay, perfect. Easy. That was probably the smoothest bell gargoyles I've had so far. That worked out just fine. I'm not gonna split until after I pull the lever for the first bell tower. When that cutscene plays. So that's why it's still gonna count down. I actually might match my time or get pretty close to it. All right, roll, 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 roll. And then, perfect. I'm gonna pop a humanity. And we're gonna fall again. Cool. Now this guy sells Homeward Bones. We're gonna buy a couple of those. What that does is it is an item that just brings you right. I'm just gonna use this right now, actually. Not totally efficient, but use it before I forget it. This item brings you back to the last bonfire that you rested at, which is going to be important for later. This bonfire I go back to right here is one of the more common ones we're going to be coming back to in the beginning. It's right in front of the area that leads like to the second half of the game. All right, let me see here. So we need 9 of those, and then we need to reinforce the club. Cool. Okay, so now at this point, the axe we were just using is completely obsolete. It's all going to be club at this point, moving forward until the giant hammer. And I don't know why I ran past that. I have extra souls that I could be putting into strength at this point. Yeah, 18 strength. Nice. Not too bad. All right, so now this elevator goes back to where we started in Firelink Shrine. And we're gonna use this time to just get rid of unnecessary bullshit that is clogging up our inventory so I don't have to deal with it later. Or rather, you know, I'll just have less options to go through if I need to switch my weapon or switch my armor or anything like that. It doesn't really, you know, it's not like there's any weight to those things. Like, it's not like they have their own, their own equip load or anything like that that might slow me down if it's just in my inventory. That guy's a bitch. That's really all you need to know about that. There's really nothing to explain there. But what I should explain is that quitting and reloading is something that will happen in Souls games really often. If someone falls off a cliff with that or dies. See, that's an item he drops, and we wouldn't have been able to get that unless we had left an area and came back to it, and the quickest way to do that is just quit the game and reload. There's going to be a few instances where that's going to be necessary. Okay. And the reason we killed that guy was for that ring, colloquially known as the FAP ring, the ring of favor and protection. It just increases, it's just like it's hard to argue that there's a better ring than that in the game. It just like makes everything about you better. Better health, better stamina, regen, etc. Serpentine these clowns. See, he's never hit me before, but they're getting closer every single time, and that is not something I appreciate. Okay, we just gotta be careful. I don't know any fancy skips for this area. I'm not even going to try it. I need to finish a run that's less than 2 hours first for me to even consider doing any sort of risky skips. Risky skipsies. Okay. And then, obviously, everyone's favorite area in this game, Blighttown. I can't think of a more fun game design motto than being poisoned constantly and moving slow. You know, that just is what I like to do in video games. That's like where I have the most fun. Just being stressed out that I'm dying and not being able to do anything about it. But the poison doesn't really tick for that much damage either way. Sort of get used to it. All right. And I'm gonna use a humanity right outside this gate for the next boss. Actually, first I'm gonna use the resin. Maybe I should have done that the other way around. Yeah, I probably should have done that the other way around. It doesn't matter too much. All right. Not bad. Cool. That was a big chunk of damage at first. Usually, she doesn't play nice like that too often. All right, short fire. Want her to come closer to me. It's not what I expected her to do. Long fire, cool. But now I just need to be extra careful because of that move. And okay, the other level went away. That's what's been fucking me up in these other runs, is that I'll just literally not be aware of where the lava is at. Oh god, in heaven. Okay, yep, yeah, no, easy. Not difficult. I accidentally unequipped the fucking... I'm gonna use the resin again, I don't even care. I accidentally took off the club, and taking off the club wipes out the that buff of the lightning damage. But I mean, I think we're on pace to kill her with this one anyways. It runs out after a certain amount of time. And the only other time we'd use it is to kill the blacksmith, which has the weapon that we're going to use at the end of the game. But I mean, not totally necessary to do. I think I'd rather just kill Quelaag fast. I'm going to use this. This is the move we want her to keep doing. If she... Nice. That was really good. That was a really good Quelaag. That move is probably the most abusable thing that she has, where she basically whiffs everything if you're right at her nose. Oh, yeah, bro. I'm gonna do it this way. Yeah, cool. Nice, because I had the health for it that time. I could afford to fall there. Not too bad. Not bad at all. And now we're gonna do the next boss, which isn't really much of a boss at all. It's more of a mental break, honestly. We're not gonna touch that bonfire, or rest at any bonfire for that matter. I am gonna use this though, because I actually don't know if I'm gonna take fall damage here. It seems to be fucking random every time I do it. See? I guess it wouldn't have mattered anyways, but I don't fully understand what constitutes me taking fall damage there. Ugh. but this is probably, yeah, okay, so we're not taking that bonfire because back in that bonfire that was near Andre, the blacksmith, that's basically right in front of the next area, which only opens up after you kill the Bell Gargoyles and Quelaag, the two bosses that we just did. If I rest at any other bonfire, Homeward Boning will take me to that one, and not the one that was by Andre. So, we're purposefully skipping stuff so that we can just efficiently go back to Sen's Fortress. To the place in front of Sen's Fortress, rather. And that's the next boss. Ceaseless Discharge. Really hilarious name for a boss. And he really doesn't want to hurt you at all until you start stealing his shit. Which is right here. I just like to cause trouble. Alright. And now we just run. Rasa, what's Eris streaming right now in the time slot? What's he been doing lately? Is he still actually playing this game? I know last time I talked to you, he was playing Dark Souls. I guess I could have been running for a little bit longer than that. Alright, so now Ceaseless Discharge is going to come catch up with us. And while we're waiting for him, we are going to put on a little bit of this new armor. It's still going to let us roll quickly, but give us a little bit more defense. Wow, really? 8 hits on that. Usually it doesn't take that long to kill him, but he just falls right off. Stupid idiot. Nice. Nice. Not a bad discharge at all. Okay. I'm going to level up a little bit because I can afford to... Wow, I can literally get to 27 right here already and have 30,000 left over. I think I need 30,000 left over to need the number of souls I need for later for the hammer. So that's actually going to be really significant because I think last time I did this boss, yesterday, I was only at like 16 or 17th strength because I was too anxious to spend all my souls. Or any of them because I didn't remember how many I needed. But we used our brains like real human beings and calculated that. I don't want to talk about it. That's not what I meant to do at all. But we'll see if me loading. Nice. That was actually really sick. I'm glad that worked out. Little quick thinking. All right, Sen's Fortress is one of those areas that's kind of like a rite of passage for like Souls players, I suppose. It's one of those areas that just has a lot of bullshit and trickery, a lot of nonsense that is meant to catch you off guard. Like this guy's a good example, just like that. There'll be Indiana Jones boulders and whatnot. But it's funny because when you run through it, just basically more or less as fast as possible, nothing's really a threat if you just run by everything. There's going to be a boulder that comes down this hill. I'm going to run and jump and quit. The reason I did that is because that boulder was totally going to kill me. Well, not kill me, but at least do a lot of damage. It could have killed me, actually. No, it wasn't going to kill me, I don't think. But quitting and resetting there just gets rid of the boulder, and I can just run up the hill without worrying about it. That was loud as fuck. Just the arrows. And it's important to mention that this game doesn't count... Oops. Nice. Doesn't count... Or I'm sorry, this run doesn't count real time. I'm waiting. There we go. It only counts in-game time. So quitting in the middle like that only adds to real time, which you guys can see the splits for, but it doesn't add up to the actual run time, which would be at the end. God damn it, that is so fucking loud. The traps in this area are really loud. That's like a glitch, I guess, where it's just only... Oh my god, dude. It's literally only this area. This is going to be so much easier on the ears as soon as we beat this boss. Ooh, that's too much, dude. That's literally too much. I don't know why it's so loud. I can't even begin to imagine. Nice clean shave. Thanks, bro. Yeah, it's funny. I was like, hey, high and tight, let's take off everything but the mustache. And then I don't know, we were talking about how he was gonna go to Vegas or some shit. And then, you know, beard's being shaved, like, you know, part of the mustache is off. Like, oh man, I don't know. So we just went with it. It'll grow back anyways. Oops. This is dangerous. Okay, that's actually fine. I'm really sorry, this is so loud. Oh, please just turn. Nope, that's not gonna do it. Typically, what you're supposed to do is hit him enough so that he falls over, and Jesus Christ, I am so sorry. Literally the guy that was like throwing all these bombs earlier in the level is just perched on top of here for this boss, and you can take care of him before the boss to make the boss a lot easier on a casual playthrough. But typically in a run like this, we really only ever fight the Iron Golem over here, which is out of his range anyways. See, that went pretty fast even though he didn't fall off. Typically you're supposed to angle him so that... God, I swear it's gonna stop right now. I swear the bombs are gonna stop right now. You angle him so that he doesn't... so that he falls off as soon as you stagger him. So he like falls backwards and then the boss just ends there. Okay. Not doing too bad right now. How's your day going, Soybean? You said you had some computer trouble. What's that been like? What are the hardships? I love this area so much, dude. It is so just pretty to look at. Just a city of giants. So gorgeous. What is the problem? It won't turn on. Probably, yeah, that sucks. That's rough. For like the 8th time? That's, yikes. As in, like, does it happen, like, intermittently? Like, it's, like, one day it's working, one day it's not? It just won't turn on? Oh, man. Okay, see? Oh my god. This game's ridiculous, bro. Alright, we're just gonna use this right now. Periods of not working, eras, if you will. Okay. That's really frustrating, honestly. How old's your computer, even? Is it like... I literally... You know what? Fuck your computer. I'm not gonna ask about it anymore. I'm gonna get my souls back, and then I'll ask you about your computer. That is actually so fucking funny. I usually try to, well, you know, whatever. I want to be careful around this area because this is a very volatile area where I could lose all of my souls. And I do not want to lose all of my souls. This is a very critical area. So I try to take my time and kill those guys one by one, but I just did not do that correctly at all. All right, just nice and slow, easy breezy. Easy breezy. Just keep it slow. Super slow. All right. Not a problem. All right. I am absolutely not going to run through this area. I am taking my time. This is probably the scariest part of the run for me. Because we really only have to get through... Cool. We only have to get through this area like once. Alive. And then we can cash out our souls pretty dang soon. Cool. Nice. Clean. Okay. Easy money. Why did I pick that up? I'm never going to use that. Okay. I'll do IT on the cheap for you, though my usual advice is just reinstall the OS. Literally, dude, computers, I don't even know. Every time I touch a computer, something goes wrong. But yeah, when did you get it? If you didn't already answer that. When did you built it with your friend, right? And I think that, I don't even know how long ago that was. I know my computer is, whoa, it's 2023 now, so it's almost going to be 5 years old, which is kind of ridiculous. I feel it slowing down in like, oh boy. The gargoyle came that whole way? Nah, dude, that's absolutely ridiculous. Don't even think about it. Right, we're gonna serpentine because these guys can shoot laser beams. Nice, just like that. All right, then this is the other scary part, which really isn't that scary. Still gonna serpentine in case of laser beams. Okay. All right, I'm just gonna shut up for a second to make sure I don't mess this up. Nice! Oh my god, that was so sick. Whatever. I at least got the fucking I at least had the clutch quit. That was pretty cool. But the Black Knight was ready for me before I was ready for him. Or Silver Knight, I should say. Oops, that's unfortunate. Not a big deal. All right, but because we did all that shit with the rafters, this platform is down now, and we can just run straight across, so it's not like we have to do that whole section over again. We're just gonna have to use our feet a little bit. I thought I rolled there, but that's okay. Okay. Not a big deal. You guys already know what to do? Laser beams and ass? Bro. Oh my goodness. All right, there they are. There are the souls. So if I die without picking up those souls, then that constitutes a restart. Just because, damn, I need those so bad for this run to work at all. Nice, eat a dick. Perfect. That's how that's usually supposed to go. You aggro him, and then he just yeets himself off the edge. Okay. More or less safe. We're gonna rest here. And this is kind of a silly skip. That's like the end of the level down there, so we're just gonna go there. If I don't suck at this game, which I do, so that's kind of funny. Oh, okay. We're just gonna deal with this. Oh boy. Okay, there it is. Okay. Just around the corner. I can't tell if chat's still even active. The last thing was Big Sweet Owl reinstalling some OS. But no big deal. Not sure if that's something where I need to refresh or if that's just whatever. Not a big deal. This is the homie we've been waiting for, though. One of my favorite characters in the game, which we're going to brutally murder. Okay, so purchase. We need to purchase the weaponsmith box because that lets us upgrade things by ourselves without the need of a blacksmith. We're gonna get 8 of these bad Larrys, and then we're going to, yeah, we're just gonna kill him. We're just gonna kick the shit out of this guy. He's not doing anything wrong, but unfortunately we need his weapon. Stimp stamp. He played pretty nice there. Naughty dart. And there's the hammer. Throw computer downstairs, cometh soon. I know. It hurts me too. It doesn't seem like it because it, you know, I'm just a greedy, selfish bastard, but a little giant blacksmith shaped hole in my heart gets taken out of my body, you know, every single time it happens. Okay, and then we're gonna plug the rest of this into Vitality. Just because these guys are bitches. And you know what? I'm gonna reverse hollowing and kindle. So this is something I don't usually do, but I just want the extra Estus flasks. So this spends humanity to basically make bonfires more powerful. And that's what I just did. So now, going into this fight, I'll be able to just have more healing at my disposal, because God knows I'll need it. This fight is kind of tricky. Nice. Probably my favorite boss in the game, but least favorite boss in the run. First try I'm calling it. I'm gonna try to channel that energy. I appreciate that. Okay, Ornstein's trying to dash in, but he's being a weirdo. I hate that so much. Dude, he literally he delayed that whole thing. See, already glad that I kindled that bonfire. Alright, so the idea here is the Super Friends need to be separated. We want to kill Smo first, because this thing does electric damage, and Ornstein has a resistance to electricity, but I don't think Smo does. Either he's weak to it, or he just doesn't have a resistance to it. I don't exactly know what it is. Okay. This could be so much worse. Like that. That's how it could be worse. Alright, just run. We're just gonna get behind a structure and pop a humanity. Full heals. Nothing to worry about. Yep, do your dance. Movement player. Cool. Okay, so that was a nice Smo. Second hit. Yeah, and then he's gonna delay. Okay. Dude, you have to stop doing that shit. Okay, he didn't do the third hit that time. And then typically for giant bosses like this, in typical Souls fashion, you just like stay really close to the legs. Just kind of strafe around them. Delayed? Okay. That's the move. That's the move that kept killing me last time. Cause it's like I gotta pay attention to which hand he's using. Cause there's the hold on. There's the command grab, which is this one, which is delayed like that, and the other one is just so much faster, and I just try to dodge with the delayed timing a little bit more often than I probably should. Is this gonna hit me? Of course it is. Not too bad. That went okay. I got complacent and thought that he couldn't get me through the structure, but that was a foolish idea. It's alright. Not a big deal at all. Now I am going to try to pick up my souls again this fight. Not that I necessarily need the souls to upgrade anything. It's only like 3,000 or something like that. But when you drop your souls, you also drop your humanity, which is that number that's in the top left. I have 0 right now. I think I had 6 or 7 or something when I dropped it. Super close. Yeah, I know. It was fucked. it was, I need you. Yeah, you're going to have to give me that first try luck again on the second try. Okay, see, that was good. This is typically the opening that we want to separate the friends as much as possible. Oh man, unless you just whiff both times, then it doesn't really matter how far away Ornstein is. 3 times. I whiffed 3 times. Dude, I thought he like went past me and then I shouldn't expect any sort of kindness from Ornstein. I don't know why I'm expecting anything to go easily. Okay, yep. It's okay, I stayed on the ground there so I wouldn't get hit. Tekken strats? Damn, that sucks. This is about on pace with what it was last time, too. I'm not too worried about it. This is easily the trickiest fight in the run, just because there's fucking 2 things happening at once. 2 giant gilded things. But yeah, later on, the humanity is going to matter because there are enemies that do curse damage. One boss in particular I'm thinking of. Basically, if in the same way that like poison fills up, if curse fills up, I get afflicted with a curse status. But instead of that being like ticking damage like poison, it is you literally die right there, and then when you come back to life, your maximum health is halved until you get the curse broken by using an item that breaks curse, ooh shit, or by going to an NPC that breaks curse. This is so fucked up. This is the time. I promise it's gonna be this time. Everything's gonna be so smooth after this too. I just know it will. But yeah, there are enemies that do curse damage, and you know, the curse status just fucking kills you, and it's kind of the worst status in the game, because it lowers your max health forever until you get it uncursed, cured, or whatever. But having more humanity gives you more curse resistance, so it takes longer for the curse effect to actually do anything to you. And the boss in particular that does curse damage, we're just going to try to be close to them the whole time and just mash the attacks out, and we're inevitably going to be taking seeing like the curse ticker go up. Come on, bro, don't be like that. That's so fucked. So yeah, you can, if it wasn't already clear from the 30 times it's happened already, you can clash with Smo's hammer instead of hitting Smo, and it's just gonna go tink, and then nothing will happen. And it's really frustrating. Just like that. God. Oh man. It's more just a skill issue though. Oh my lord. Alright, that staggered him, and he's gonna dash. Okay. Super Ornstein, please stop doing that weird shit. Second swing? No, nothing. See, a little earlier. That was perfect. We're not even fucking with that. I'm just gonna wait till that whole thing's over. Oh my god. God, that scares me so much. Not bad. All things considered, that could have gone a million times worse. Hey! Thank you, Mr. Owl. It was that first try luck that got it on the fourth try. Okay, now this is a very important part of the game. I don't know why I rested here. Because this is where we are going to get the Lord Vessel, which is basically what lets us warp between bonfires. This lady's going to give it to us. It's actually faster to kill her for it. Talking to her takes too long. So we walk in, walk out. So that lets us warp between bonfires. That's something that becomes pretty standard in later Souls games. It's just all... They just sort of let you do that from the get-go. But you had to walk your way back up to places your first time through. Dark mode in Orlando, that's right. Alright, now we're going to Sif. We actually don't want to go to Firelink Shrine. We want to go to Undead Parish. Because that's where Sif is. Sif is one of the earlier bosses, but he's kind of... He is necessary, because he has an item that is the only thing that'll let you get into a certain area. Unfortunately, we have to kill another character I like a lot. Oh god, unless he kills us, which is very possible. I'll tear you to shreds, you bloody hollow. I can't heal because he's talking. Oh god. One more clock on the noggin, perfect. Alright. And that guy drops the Crest of Artorias. So that is basically a key. Opens a couple big doors that are in this game. You can buy it from Andre for 20,000 souls, but we ain't got no time for that. So we just make sure we have an overpowered, fully upgraded weapon to steal it when we need it. Excuse me. I love this guy's mixes so much, dude. I have his name in the bottom right where the music's playing. Definitely check out his channel. It's got a lot of just really good mixes like this. Although this one is absolutely my favorite out of all of them. Yep, so doors with this glow. This is what the crest opens. There's only a couple of those in the game. I think 2 doors? Maybe just 1? Yeah, 2. I'm pretty sure 2. Ouch! Oh! Alright, so everybody here has a stick up their ass and they want to kill me, but if we talk to this cat, they won't anymore. That's all you need to know. It's really that simple. I don't know why you'd even need to ask a question about that. And in this area, we're going to be using this armor, the stone armor. That's going to be effective later for other bosses. Bosses where we just want to, you know, just have max poise and resistance and whatever, so we can just keep slugging out the swings and not really have to worry about strategizing fighting bosses. Just keep on swinging until they're dead. Okay, and then there's the only other one that opens. I guess with Crest of Artorias. Maybe it just doesn't, since you need the crest to go this way anyways. There is another way you can go around, though. You don't have to go through that door, so maybe you do need the crest to actually open this boss door. It just happens to be the fastest way from this direction. We're going to pick up this ring, because we're going to use it later, and depending on where the boss fight ends us, we're not going to... Oops. We don't have to go pick up that ring at the end of the fight, you know, if in case we're fighting Sif all the way on the other side of the map. We're going to heal. You be nice. And like I said, standard Souls fare. Just get underneath them, between the legs. They don't know what to do. Cool. That was a pretty painless Sif. Alright. Don't need the crest to open Sif door, if I recall correctly. I'm gonna use both of these souls. Okay. Sif, more like, sit the fuck down, you bitch ass rat. I love Sif, dude. It's really too bad he's gotta go. But he is indeed a rat TM. Dead dog frown. All right. The reason Sif is not an did I not fucking split? Whatever. Doesn't matter. The reason Sif is a necessary boss is because of this item, the Covenant of Artorias. If you put on that ring, you well, basically, if you don't put on that ring, you are unable to get into a boss room later, which is the next room we're going to be going to. Well, the next boss we're going to be going to, I mean. And it's not like a key situation either. It's a bullshit situation. Like, you can't get to the Sith fight or through that door unless you have the Crest of Artorias. You can get into the boss room without that ring, but it falls down a pit. And if you fall down the pit without putting on the ring, it's a bottomless pit and you die. But putting on that ring lets you fall to the bottom below and actually fight the boss, which is, you know, extremely clear and explained in the game, of course, clearly. Whatever, dude. I don't hold any resentments. Except for this room. Okay, that worked out fine. Nope. You can't actually hit those ghosts unless you use an item called the Transient Curse that makes ghosts able to be hit. They can also hit you and ignore your armor and defense stats, so they're a real pain in the ass. Knowing that, that makes this next room I'm about to do really fucking scary. I haven't died yet, but I wouldn't put it past this game. Cool. Okay, I think that means we're safe. God damn, that's close. Alright. This guy gives us a key, but, you know, as you've probably figured out by now, talking gets us nowhere. So we're just gonna kill him. Okay. Back out. Clicking the stick by accident. And this way. Okay, and so there was like water flooding. Yeah, so there's water down there. It's like flooding the lower section of this level. That key leads to a cage that opens the floodgates, releases all the water, and then we can access the bottom. And the quickest way to get to the boss from here is going up this set of stairs and just walking off. And here's the boss. Really tight. I didn't know about that last time I did this, and that's already going to save a lot of time. I am not messing around with that. I'm just going to walk down some steps first. Pop a humanity just to get all my health back. Now this is a boss where we are going to put on that stone armor. It has a lot of poise, which in this game means you are basically, it's more or less like super armor in like fighting games. So it's the idea that if you're attacking and doing things, if people hit you, then you are you won't be interrupted from the action that you're doing. It won't like stun you or knock you out of it, which is good because this boss sucks ass. Unless you can just sort of, is this the throw? That's the throw, of course it is. Not a big deal. It's not even that this throw hurts, it's just that it takes forever. If I don't kill this guy quickly, more of them are going to show up. I know this boss is called the Four Kings, but you can defeat this boss in as little as 3 kings and as many as 12 kings. The reason it's 3 kings is because, yeah, in that little animation there where they're dying, they still technically have a hurt box on them, and you can abuse that. I didn't think that was going to reach me from there. That's pretty dumb. But overall, it's a relatively simple boss, especially with the stone armor. Okay, wait for my stamina to come back, and then we can just wail on him. Okay. I don't actually know if we'll be able to do 3 kings with this. I actually might be like 1 hit away. And if we have to wait for a 4th king, it's not the end of the world, but it would totally be preferred if we could just do it in 3. And then wait for my stamina, and we're just gonna mash, 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 mash. Nice! At the very end. That's probably the last possible moment I could have done that. Okay. And put this back on. Hardest part of the run right here. You gotta talk to this fool, and the default option is going to say no. If you do that, you are fucked. At least for how this run is supposed to go. So I go slow and make sure I hit yes. Not a bad 4 kings at all. Okay. So we place the Lord Vessel. And now, other areas open up to us that we couldn't get to before. I'm gonna put all this in Endurance, actually. Yeah, 1 in Endurance, 1 in Vit. Seems pretty good. Okay. And then what do we got next? Seath. Okay. So back to Anne Orlando again. It's nighttime in Anne Orlando because Guinevere, the Princess of Sunlight, or wherever the hell, took 2 arrows to the forehead, and the sun will never shine again. So I mean, oops, but Seath the Hairless, Gillette's own Seath. This boss is super sick, though. It's the first boss that I think you have to die at in a casual playthrough. Essentially, there's like this power source beneath the archives. I'm gonna kill these guys. You're supposed to like run past them, but I do not trust myself to not get just hit from behind. So I'm totally just going to block that and hit them twice to kill them. Or let them kill me. Whichever comes first. Okay. That's 1, and there's another one around the corner. Favorite great one, no question. I actually give it up to Nito. I think Nito's my favorite of the great ones. Okay. And we're gonna take this bonfire just for safety. Nothing wrong with a little miasma. Yeah, you know. Okay. We're taking that safety bonfire because I'm gonna attempt to skip. Much like in Anne Orlando, you can skip most of the level. In Anne Orlando, it's quite easy to do. It's just that little jump over the railing on the stairs. Here, it's a little bit more complicated than that, and it's probably going to take me a couple tries before I get it. And I will try to explain as we're getting closer. These guys are all dicks. They do way too much damage, even though they look really unassuming. That's why you run with your shield up in case shit like that happens. Okay. This took a few tries last time. I don't remember how many, but this was easily the entirety of my time in this area. Okay. So, let's see if we can just do it. I am so goddamn sick at this game. That was perfect. Okay, so yeah, it's just some finagling of some elevator action, and you skip this whole sequence where you're supposed to die to Seath, and you can just get to the end of the level, more or less, and just skip all the bullshit. It's not even necessarily that this level's like hard if you run through it. It just takes a while. There's just a lot of long hallways and going up and down stairs and flipping switches to rotate staircases, and it's a whole thing. Damn, that felt really good though. I'm actually so happy I got that on the first try. But don't let it get to your head. But now it's just more or less a straight shot to Seath, the hairless, Gillette's own. Now this is another fucked up area. You think he smells good or bad? The hairless guy? I feel like, why am I going that way? I was thinking about how Seath the Scaleless smelled, and I almost just walked off the edge. It's an interesting question because, you know, you can see like his like boogery membrane, you know? He's like scaleless, sure, but like at what cost, dude? Bald tentacle butterfly dragon. It's gotta at least smell weird. I get like maybe like a chemically like Vaseline kind of smell. Not necessarily smelling bad or good, just kind of noticeable. That's the first thing that comes to mind. Also, your first time through, you're supposed to use those little dropping snowflakes or whatever, particles, to see where the invisible pathways are. That wasn't a glitch or anything. That's literally how the game's supposed to work. Which sometimes it's, if you're unfamiliar, it's kind of hard to tell with this game, what you're supposed to be able to do and what you're not supposed to be able to do. Part of the charm. Are there any clams gonna be in here? Probably one clam. Alright, whatever. Okay. So this is Seath's power source. Unless we destroy that, he's going to continually heal himself, and he just won't take damage. So we just kill it with the arrow, quit out, so it puts us out of the boss room. The reason we want to quit out is because just about every single time, one of those clam monsters is going to get inside the boss room, and they just make everything so much more difficult than they need to be. But this is going to be a pretty straightforward boss. This is that curse shit I was talking about. It does not fill up fast at all, just because of how much humanity I have. You know, it's barely doing anything. If I had less humanity than that, then it would have probably already killed me. That is so fucking tight. Look at how much time that saved from getting the Duke skip on the first fucking try, dude. 20 minutes, just about. That's so sick. Alright, so now we're going back to Firelink. 20 minutes saved. I had no idea humanity affected curse that much. Yeah, I think it caps out at 10 or something like that. But yeah, it makes it way easier to brainlessly do Seath. So now that I upgraded my endurance a bit, I wonder if I can put on this whole outfit and still be able to... Yep, okay, cool. So basically, equip load also affects how fast you can roll, if I didn't mention that in the beginning of this run. That's why I'm naked most of the time, just to be sure I can roll fast in the early game. But if your endurance is high enough, then you can, you know, your equip load goes up so you can afford to wear better armor. So I might as well just get the full set while I'm here. Alright. This is where the run ended last time. Well, not here, but at the Nito fight. Because I was in a bad position where I didn't have any humanities or any fucking Estus Flask, and you have to take so much fall damage just to even get to the fight. It just wasn't even worth continuing, I don't think. Come on, man. Kill the Necromancer. And then this is going to... You've got to be joking, dude. I can't light a bonfire if there are enemies nearby, so that's why I couldn't light it just there, because that skeleton was coming down that hill. But the Necromancer makes it so that those enemies respawn. I guess I didn't even really need to kill him, but it's just for more peace of mind for myself, I suppose. Okay, so this is going to be the weird part. I died here a couple times, but we're just going to do it. Nope. Yeah, I didn't think fast enough. You're supposed to land on that lip, and then you can roll, and then skip a lot of the level. You know, you guys are starting to understand the common theme at this point, I'm sure. I wonder if my souls are going to be down there now, because I did, like, touch the lip of that edge. But that's why we take that bonfire there, just in case I fuck that up. Okay, the souls are here, so not too bad. Okay, let's try that again. Cool. And then I think we can just drop again right here. Yeah, perfect. And then I'm just going to use a humanity. And we're going this way. These guys will fuck you up if you are not looking at them. Not specifically if you're not looking at them, but if you're just not paying attention, they can totally just lock you into a corner, and every minor turn of the wheel just does way more damage than it ever should. Speaking of wheel, my actual favorite boss, Pinwheel. This boss is really difficult. Okay, I'm glad we did that on the first try. That usually doesn't go that well. And what he gives us is the Rite of Kindling. So I'm going to split actually going up this ladder. That's what I'm going to do. Cool. He gives us the Rite of Kindling, which basically lets us kindle more so than we're able to at other bonfires. I did it once in Orlando. No Father Mask. What mask did I even get? I actually wasn't even paying attention. Which one did I get? Or did I get any mask? Or did I just get Humanities and a Homeward Bone? But yeah, kindling the bonfire, you didn't pick it up? Oh. I guess that would explain it. That's mad funny. Okay, and then we're gonna go down here. We will never know. And I think the bonfire is right down here. Yep, perfect. Okay. 100% we are going to kindle this. So we're gonna reverse hollow so that we can make us have more Estus Flasks as default whenever we rest here. And we're actually gonna do that twice because fuck this boss, there's a lot of opportunities to take damage, and I just want to be able to heal, excuse me, as much as possible. Alright, that should be enough. And then, can I level? Yeah, let's put one more in Vitality, why not? Okay. Now this is another area where I don't necessarily know how to do this super fast. I'm just gonna do this normally and slowly. Just by hugging the wall. Golds? Couple gold. Some of these are going to be fucked up. I need to change how a couple of these golds work, because I'm pretty sure there was a run that I did. I think the last run that I completed, I literally it wasn't splitting for some reason at a certain point, And so like it was just 1 second splits for like the last half of the bosses. So I'm gonna have to learn how to fix that. The Seath one that's a genuine gold split for sure. But Pinwheel and probably the other things after this are not gonna be real gold splits. All right, this is already going so much better than last time. Oh, no, I can still... I forgot since I'm human, this guy's going to show up, but... I mean, it's not... I'm not even going to have to interact with him, I don't think. Whenever you're human, in online mode, people are able to, like, invade your world, and it's this whole thing where it's, like, you can only interact with other people if you have your humanity and shit like that. But the game also adds NPCs that kind of invade. I'm gonna use this right. Why can't I use... Oh, because the fucking... Oh, I can't use humanities when I'm being invaded, I suppose? I wonder if I'm gonna be able to do it if I go through this. Yeah, Phantom Paladin Leroy has already returned. Okay, good. We're just gonna take our time here. Sorry, I'm getting really scatterbrained right now. I need to remember what the fuck to actually do at this point. It's been a minute since I've been at this part in the run. Okay. Okay, no scream. I had to listen because Nito has this full screen scream attack. You can react and dodge roll to it, but more like my sack is fat is. What's going on, Junk? Thanks for joining. Things have been going really well this run. A lot of luck. We want to wait for Nito to get close to us, though. And this is more or less going to be the same exact thing as why is it escaping me? The Four Kings fight. And we're just going to shield this. And pop a humanity. It's going to be more or less the same thing as the Four Kings fight, where we're just using the stone armor and just mashing away and just eating any damage that we can. The gimmick is that his like skeleton dudes are going to keep coming back, but he can also kill them all with this like wipeout attack like that, and that will incapacitate them again. If you have a divine infused weapon, which is another way you can upgrade, then you can kill the skeletons and they'll never come back. But it's really just faster to just wait for Nito to come to you. And just do it that way. Where's the bonfire? There it is. Me gusta. Okay, where are we going? We are going to Firelink. Yeah, look at that. Fucking minus 17 minutes. It's just because it's all the dumb, like... Whatever. It's the fact that I just mashed my splits that one time and it had nothing but 1 second splits. I'm gonna have to figure out how to fix that later. Okay. So now there's only one more great one, and that is the Bed of Chaos. So this is like the last area before the final boss that we need to do. Anything I can use? No, not really. We're pretty good right now. And we don't need to send this elevator back up, because we're never going to come down this way ever again. Hope you guys are enjoying this mix. I super, super love everything that this guy does. I have his name written down in the bottom right of the stream, along with the music. Yeah, there it is. Ryland Kirshanoff, that's the name of the YouTube channel. Makes really, really good mixes from just like PS1 era games. I'm not doing anything fancy, even though I could have probably survived the fall that your air quotes supposed to do at this point. With the amount of health I have, I am not risking anything. Get rid of that, I guess. I think humanity also increases your poison resist too. As you can see, like that bar is way bigger than it was last time we were here. But I think that also alternatively means I'm going to be poisoned for longer, which is kind of stupid. But I don't have to avoid taking this next bonfire at this point because we can warp between bonfires now, so there's really nothing to worry about in terms of where I homeward bone back to. How's everyone's night going? This is just gonna be a long run till the next boss. Doing nothing but dashing around. This is an area that we were at before with the ceaseless discharge, obviously. That already happened. I don't know why I did that. Whatever, it doesn't really matter too much. I'll have time to make it up in future runs. Yeah, this is where the ceaseless discharge fight was, and the reason we killed that boss before was to lower the lava down here. Well, the reason we killed it before was to get just to get more souls to be able to upgrade sooner. But the main reason to kill it, like for story purposes and just like progression, is to lower the lava levels. So before, that would have been way up and it would have been really difficult to cross. That is something that people do in excuse me, in certain runs. They'll do the ceaseless skip if they have enough health. There's like enough geometry along the edge where you're able to take burn damage and sort of heal on these rocks that are on the right. And you can just kind of roll your way around this edge and get to that spot over there. But I ain't doing that yet. No way, no how. Nice. Hug the left wall here. You have no idea how many times I've accidentally fallen in that hole because I wasn't paying attention to looking at the left side of the wall. Yeah, this place, oh my god, he is on my ass, dude. Damn it, Kirk! You see, I'm never human for this part. I actually forget half the time that people invade. He's gonna invade more than once, too, is the thing. He's gonna invade here, and he's gonna invade again later, right before the Bed of Chaos. Okay. Okay, time for FromSoft's favorite boss again. The same thing in the, oops, very beginning of the game, but En Fuego this time. Am I stuck here? That's actually gonna be so bad if he doesn't let me out. Okay. Just chug it. Who cares? But yeah, more or less its pattern is the same thing as the Asylum Demon in the very beginning of the game. But a little bit more tricks, a couple more things explode, does a bit more damage, a lot more health. But otherwise, a pretty straightforward fight. There, I think I'm supposed to actually go to the right instead of the left at that point. I think it's just like less likely to get hit by the tail end of the explosion there. I went to the right there, but I think at that point it was it wouldn't have mattered. I think I was just too close to the center of the explosion. And he's gonna explode. Just like Quelaag. That's okay. Oh, you've got to be licking my nuts right now, dude. What is that? Whatever, not too bad. I'll split at the next bonfire, I suppose. Because I should probably just rest there just for safety. I don't think I need to run down this whole thing. I think I can just drop and afford to take the damage. Okay, and we're immediately followed by another boss. What I like to do is bring him over here. I know you can fight him closer to where the ending door is, but this is just how I'm comfortable doing it, and I don't really need to do new strategies yet. There's not really enough of a justification for those minor optimizations yet, unless I can finish a run that's below 2 hours. Alright, but we want him to come a little bit closer. And then we're just going to stick to the same plan of just, you know it, it's a giant boss, so we're just going to run between the legs. And sometimes he'll be a bitch and do that. I've had times where he just does that over and over and over and over again, like forever, and he just won't come closer. Stamp? Oh yeah. That's a little unfortunate. Nice, okay, that went pretty well. Excellent. So now he gives us something that's super important for the rest of this. Well, and by for the rest of this, I mean really just this area. The orange charred ring, which lets us walk in lava without having to worry about taking nearly as much damage. But again, we're really only going to use it for this final stretch here. We'll rest at the bonfire for safety. And then we'll do the last boss. Second to last boss. Gwyn might give me trouble. I know it's... I don't know. People say that's an easy boss, but I fuck it up constantly. That's where most of the time sinks go. Okay. We're just gonna run straight. I think there's a big stretch that you can just run over lava to get to the end. Like you don't need to follow that path down there. I'm pretty sure I can just go this way. And that'll justify... Oh boy. Yeah, just run through those guys' legs. I don't think they'll ever actually hit you if you run through them. If you run around them, they might. But this skips a lot of unnecessary wiggle-waggling around. We're just running straight through the lava. I didn't fucking split for the Centipede Demon. I guess I'll split at this bonfire. Another Souls classic, Illusory Walls. How are you supposed to know that? I don't fucking know. We're just gonna kindle this while we're here. Oh my god, this looks sick! We're just gonna run this way. Now, the thing about this boss is it's kind of a gimmick boss. There's kind of no way to hit it by conventional means. There's like some other circumstances you have to hit. Like there are certain weak points that allow it to get hit at all. And the danger of the boss doesn't really come from how much damage you're taking. It comes from the fact that you could fall off at any point. So we're gonna try to do something a little cheesy and mitigate the amount of times we have the chance of falling off. Oops. And Kirk should be back, I think, because he has a huge crush on me. Or maybe we just had to kill him first in that other area. Maybe that's why he didn't show up here. Oh no, there he is. Okay, so we're just gonna go. Yeah, go home, Kirk. This song is too sick. Okay, so first step, we're gonna hug this right wall, because I don't think anything's gonna break out of the floor just yet. I'm kind of scared to approach this way. Okay, whatever, that worked out. I was actually really expecting something to hit me. Okay, so we hit that root, and that's 1 of 2 down. Now, we're gonna quit the game. And if you guys remember from the Seath fight, quitting during a boss will put you outside the fog gate. But it's still going to keep the progress of that root being killed. So now it's going to be phase 2 of the fight, and we need to kill the other root. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to attempt to do that with the bow, because it's going to be a little bit more dangerous to get over there. That's why I have 8 arrows. If I don't get it in these arrows, then I'm going to have to go do it on foot, but I'm pretty confident we'll be okay. We just got to get rid of some of the debris. And when that's away, 1 shot to the root will do it. Oh, man. Nice. Okay, good. I couldn't tell if I was hitting him or not, and it just took multiple, because I don't have the stats to be holding the bow. So it might not be doing the damage it's supposed to be doing. Maybe that's why I took so many hits. Or I just missed the first 2 times. Kind of hard to say. And now at this point, we're just going to take this mad fucking slow. Really slow, because this is the only amount of platforming we're going to actually have to do. And we're just going to be really careful about it. I'm going to wait for the good old... Yep. Swipe. Okay. Nice. Don't get complacent. He can totally still hit you while you're here. He can hit you while you're here, too. The fire can just go underneath him. But I think we're pretty much in the clear. That went as smooth as it could possibly go. Wow. Don't get complacent. Oh, God. I would have thrown this fucking controller out the window if that killed me. Okay. Now we're going to... What am I doing? Firelink. All right. All that's left is Gwyn. Do I have any souls I can pop? I don't think so. Let's level up. Vitality. Okay. Oh. Okay. I'm nervous right now, dude. This is... Oh, I'm nervous. Okay. This is the last stretch. And then Dark Souls 1 is done. But I'm not taking anything for granted yet. I gotta kill Gwyn first. Whew. This is also a good area to farm for materials in a casual playthrough. All of these Black Knights like are guaranteed to drop, I think, 10,000 souls, and they always have a chunk of Titanite. This one always has a red one. I think the other one always has a blue one. One has a green one, I think. One has a regular one. I don't remember which is which, but if you're like doing a New Game Plus build casually, this is a place to grind for stuff. I somehow missed SBS Special and Junk Chug following. I appreciate that. I see that now, but I don't think I heard the sound. But I appreciate that more than you guys could possibly know. I'm going to be trying to do this more often, get better at this game, stay sober. You know how it is. Okay, we got time, so I'm literally gonna do this to regroup. As soon as I quit and open up again, those Black Knights are gonna be gone. I don't know why, but they're just gonna be gone. They just won't be there. It's gonna give me time to collect my thoughts. Alright, so I'm gonna put on this armor, and then we're gonna change this for the Hornet Ring. We're gonna be trying to parry Gwyn a shitload. And so the Hornet Ring lets you do that with more damage. Okay, not a big deal. And we want to get him in this pattern, right? Where we're just going to go around, hit him once, and then try to parry him. If we can keep that up, then we should be okay. Okay, the stagger. Wow, I tried to roll backwards and that was not enough. Okay, just heal. You got the poise for it, literally just heal. Oh. Nice. Nice. Just drink on his ass, dude. That's my own fault for just not being in a good situation, not a good position. Don't worry about that. I'm choking, I'm losing it. Pop it as fast as possible. Nice. Eat a dick. Fuck yeah! Nice! Okay, and then we run out of here. Boom. Hour 38. Sub 2 hours is easy shit, bro. What was that? What was my problem? Feels good. PB hype, that's right, bro. Y'all got to see it live? Sub 130 incoming. We can absolutely do it. We died in a couple really dumb spots. Ushering in an age of darkness, everybody. Fuck yeah. Okay, so I know you guys see that 138 up there. But real time isn't really known until we try to load the game and see what that in-game time is. So Rick and Morty, hour 33 and 1 second. Not bad at all. Easy clap. Appreciate it. Couldn't have done it without y'all. That's so tight. That's tight. See, yeah, okay, things just went right. I'm so glad I had the, lick my what? It could be anything. 5 characters. You decide, man. It's a choose your own adventure type deal. Oh man, 1:33:01. Nice. All right, let's aim for sub 1:30 for next time. Crazy. Absolutely fucking crazy. You have beaten some of your best times. You want to update them? Absolutely, I do. Some of Best Possible Segments is already 1:30. So, maybe you're right. Run it back? Dude, I don't even know. I feel good just for getting one run out that went okay. Things just went as I planned. And, I don't know, dude. I might just walk out on a high note. Straight George Costanza it. That's it for me, you know? No, ruin your mood. Yeah. No, eat a dick. I'm not doing that. I'm absolutely not doing that. Is this any or all bosses? It's any percent. It's any percent. All bosses, I think, like, world record is like an hour or something, like, including, like, glitches and shit. But this is any percent glitchless. Hell yeah. Maybe you're just like that. I appreciate everybody tuning in. That's gonna do it for me today. I'm happy that I finished a run at all and things just like went okay over less. More over less. More or less. That stressed me out. It stressed me out, bro. You kidding me? I was shaking the whole time. The only reason I was talking so much was so that I couldn't, like, I didn't even have time to think about how scared I was. I just had to keep talking. On that note, I'm just gonna let the song play the stream out. So I appreciate it. And I will probably do this again later this week. Take it easy, y'all.